Good Friday evening, fellow crafties. Let's do a Gluebook spread. Oh, it was hard putting my mug of coffee down to open this to start filming. Really was. I'm being honest, folks. Okay, so for some reason, I'm at a purple and pink thing. That's what popped out most at me this past couple of days, so I kind of just went with it and thought maybe I'd figure it out as we go. So I have some background pieces, the same tired old, definitely not this one, but I still like this background. I can't help it. And I have this one, but I think I'll save it for another project. It's a Tiffany, like Tiffany and Company Tiffany sculpture. And I just thought it was really beautiful and colorful as a focal point for some piece of glue booking, you know? I thought it was lovely. So, okay, so we have these background pieces. We have a few here because this was another pile I was working with for this Friday. And no, I think that's it for what at least I think is fitting in with tonight's theme, because you guys know I never have a theme. I always just pretty much wing it unless I'm doing a color-coded one. So these are the background possibilities, and then there's all this other stuff, and it's all blues, pinks, and purples. So this is okay, so these are what we're going to choose the focal point from. I don't think, oh, that's a kind of an interesting picture. Can you see that? It's like a fisheye lens. Ooh, that's weird. It kind of is hard to look at. I'm not sure I can do that. That one, that makes my eyes weird. Really weird. Okay, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So these two look kind of, I like the colors together, I have to admit. I mean, these are both cityscapes and they're fine. I don't know, this one is pretty cool for one side. Or, this isn't Paris, is it? Is that the, oh, nope. That's the Charles Bridge. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, we could do it that way, sort of. I think this is going to be set aside yet again. Someday I'll find a use for you, I promise. I don't throw anything out, so you're safe for now. Yeah, so, how are you all doing? Did you have a good week? Did you do something creative every day, even if it was just for 1 minute? Did you satisfy that creative urge? You know, the one that pushes you towards your pencils or your glue stick, or, you know, whatever it is, however it is that you express your creativity. Because I swear that is just the greatest, and it doesn't matter. I know I hammer at this, guys, but it doesn't matter how good or bad you think you are. Good is in the eye of the beholder. If you go and look at some of the contemporary art and the history of art and some of the stuff that artists have produced over the centuries with human beings and today and so on, you would find some of the craziest stuff that, honestly, I mean, looks like a kindergartner did it, but is going at the auction for just, you wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? It's like crazy, and believe me, I'm not judging. Everybody's got their own style. I wish I could find my painting style, which I don't seem to be able to do. But there is a taste for everybody. So if you feel like drawing, doesn't matter how it comes out, just draw. Just draw. Because we're given limited numbers of hours on this planet, my friends. And I don't mean that to sound depressing at all. I mean it to sound incredibly joyful. Incredibly joyful. My birthday is very soon, a week or so. And I'm just like really glad to be still waking up. Oh, it's been a weird few months in my life, but at the risk of sounding like I'm preaching or anything, my gratitude feels incredibly strong right now. I have a weekend's worth of just delicious foods that I'm going to make. Some new Asian noodles. Oh, you guys have to try this, okay? I don't know if you like Asian noodles or anything and a peanut sauce and stuff, but I had this one video hanging around for months, okay? And I love noodles. I'll eat noodles of any kind. I'm not talking about pasta, like Italian dishes. I'm not big into Italian cuisine. But noodles, anything. I will try them all. I'll try making them. Love noodles, okay? So, I see this video of this guy making these Asian noodles, and they're peanut, and I love peanut noodles, right? But this is made with peanut butter. And I swear to you, it took me no more than 10 minutes to make the entire meal. Here's what it is, and if you're interested, I'll try and remember to put the recipe in the description box, but I'm not guaranteeing anything, so if you want this, you need to write it down. It's basically you cook your noodles, like your ramen noodles or your udon noodles or whatever noodles you like, and while you're cooking those, you mix together a little bit. You start by tasting at different ways, but you start with some sesame oil, some rice vinegar, some sesame oil, rice vinegar, soy sauce, ginger, grated or ground, garlic powder or fresh, but that's very strong flavor with this. What else? Honey, a dollop of honey, and a small dollop of peanut butter. I started out with 2 teaspoons, and it was pretty much perfect on the money. So, and you mix those together. You don't even heat them. You whisk them together in a bowl until they're creamy. And yes, the peanut butter will make it incredibly creamy when you whisk it. When then you pour it over your hot noodles and mix them in well. Top it with a little bit of green onion, chopped green onion, and you're good to go. Oh, and ginger. Oh, I did say ginger. Okay. Yeah, ginger. And oh my God, they are so delicious and taste like some of the best peanut noodles I've eaten at Asian restaurants. Like, just really, like, amazingly good. And the whole thing takes about 10 minutes while you mix your stuff up. The only thing you cook is the noodles. So it's so easy. So if you do like that kind of thing, do give it a try, okay? They're called peanut butter noodles, Oriental noodles. So if you missed the recipe, they're online. There's like 4 or 5 people make them. This one recipe, he really let it. You add everything to taste. Like I had a little bit too much of this last night, but tonight I'm going to alter that so it's not too much. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So it's just, and the flavor is, wow, so good. And I do love the udon noodles, the big thick ones, the Shanghai noodles. They are amazing when you put a good sauce with them, you know. So I think I gave it a second to let it dry. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her, but the 2 pages, the color is just, maybe I'm wrong. I can cover it up if I feel like I'm wrong later. Okay, so what I've got here as far as small pictures go are just like a whole bunch of all kinds of stuff. Okay, so that goes this way. That's kind of cool, actually. That could kind of bring the two together. We have another clock tower. Not ever too many clock towers. Like, you just can't have too many clock towers. Alright, so... Oh, that might be a pretty picture right there if I take it off. Corner-wise. This purple one is nice, although it's sort of very much the same. I'll have to see. I grabbed some pink stuff out of, the Victoria stuff that I have. That beautiful, incredible collection. I might actually, I've been thinking, yeah, sure, Janet, you keep saying you're coming back and you're going to do more, but I don't see you here. I have been, and it's been a weird couple of months, and I've been adjusting to a few things, and I think because of all those beautiful Victoria magazines, I think I'm going to do a Victoriana day once a week. Like, have this Friday night thing, but to do a Victoriana day, because people who love Victorian era stuff really like it. I mean, it's quite drawing when you're into that era, and I love the houses and not a lot of the social stuff, but I started to love it because my grandmother used to tell me stories. She was born in 1890, so when she was a young girl, she had jobs. She had, lots of brothers and sisters, and her job was to clean, for God's sakes, it was to clean the oil lamp chimneys that were on the wall along the hallways. She had to take the chimneys down, take them to the washing room off the kitchen, and clean them every Saturday. That was her job. And I mean, I used to sit fascinated at her stories and stuff like that, but it's just it's wild thinking about them now. She saw some technology. She passed in 1979. She was 89 years old, yeah. And so she saw a fair bit of technology in her time. She thought remotes for TVs were wonderful. This was just a very progressive, wonderful woman, but she still thought not having to get up and cross the room and to turn her TV was just a wonderful thing. Things like that. So I think I have a pretty good camera. It's not a bad one. But this is very colorful from where I'm sitting. I had picked out the pinks and stuff and had no idea it was this colorful. I have a couple of smaller pictures too that are pinks. Okay, so as far as Ms. Paris here, because we can put the sky across her. That is I can deal with that. And I think this is a very romantic, or maybe I want this underneath her. Ooh, is that the right way up? Yes, it is. Look at that. That might even be from the same page. Maybe. Okay, but I think I should tear it here. So that's what I'm going to do, because, I like torn edges. Torn edges. So yeah, if I know that I have some very lovely regular people who post comments for me, and they're always lovely. If you think that you would like a Victoriana kind of night once, glue booking or a collage kind of thing once a week, because I have so much material here, the magazines that I got and stuff. I have so much material here. Ooh, I like that. Yes, okay, so what can I slide in there? See, I get really sidetracked very quickly. Nope, not tall enough. I don't know. I don't know. She might not have fit in here. Now I'm questioning my choice there. Not good. Oh, wait. We have that cityscape. Oh, that, look at the color. Okay, well that might fit in beautifully. Let's just take a quick look at that. If we went like that, something like that. I'm not sure I like that. I'm really not sure. Even if this is covered at the bottom here, it's too modern. Like I don't know. Maybe it's me. It just doesn't seem to fit. It's too modern ultimately. So let me look through this stuff. Oh, that same old. Huh. Okay, Janet. Really? You're gonna haul this whole thing out again? Really? Although it works. Ermagerd. It does. It works kind of. Like a brick wall, you know, that she's looking behind. That actually kind of works. Okay, where's the other one? Would that work too? This one. Wrong color pink. Okay. So it's this one or bust. Okay, this is a real puzzle tonight, my friends. A real puzzle. Alright, there's this. Or there's the cityscape. It's the way she's aimed. Let's try something else, okay? We're going to try something else. In for a penny and so on. Okay, so a Lover's Day. Or even further in so it doesn't show the couple. Oh, I do kind of like that. Okay. I just played that old game that you play, you know, when you do glue booking, like you just convinced yourself of something. You go, that works. Totally works. Yep, that works. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, I do. I like that. I like that. Okay. Looks like part of the drape, sort of. You know what I mean? Like it actually looks like she's looking out the window and this is beyond the window, at least to me. But then I have a pretty crazy imagination. But we wouldn't be creative people if we didn't have some kind of imagination, eh? My friends. Okay, so let's get this all the way put down. I gotta say, guys, I'm being totally honest when I say I hope I'm back on track for doing lots of videos, because I enjoy doing them, but the actual getting to the point of doing them is part of what I deal with as far as, I don't know, people call it executive dysfunction. But it's sort of getting with and staying with something long enough to finish projects and stuff like that. So I'm doing my best and I'm trying, and I do enjoy it once I'm doing things. It's just getting to the point where I'm actually doing things. That's the hard part. Okay, I think this needs to come down a bit. Yes, I do. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's get this stuck down. There's been a couple of things I've wanted to try as far as craft projects go, because I love doing all kinds of different crafts, and honestly in my life I think I've tried, just about all of them, including things like chainmail and batiking and all this stuff, pottery. Just And there's some I'd love to go back to, like go and do more of. So I've been trying to, figure out which things I would like to incorporate into the Crafts and Collage channel, because, I'm not gonna, I can't film pottery. I don't have a wheel. Well, my daughter just bought my 5-year-old granddaughter a little potter's wheel. It's really cute. So we're gonna get that out one hot summer day in the backyard, 'cause clay, mud. So yeah, I haven't really done anything like that in a long time. So I've been thinking, I have a thing of clay here that's still pretty. It's new, and I haven't used it. It's pretty fresh. So I was actually thinking about. Oh, that's just floating in the air. That can't just float in the air. That's not cool. I was thinking about actually doing some clay work. I get into making miniatures, little, pitchers and bowls and things like that. Tableware stuff, but miniatures, usually 1 inch to 1 foot scale. My mother was a miniatures collector. So if you're interested, if that sounds interesting, I'll give that a try too. Oh, she would die if she could see the miniature cooking that they do now. All these little tiny itty bitty pots and pans and real stoves and stuff like that. Now that could sit there. I don't know, guys. This is really bugging me. I don't know if I can solve this one. I do love that. I think that's really nice. But it doesn't fit in there. And this, that might, minus the sky. And then there's, of course, more of this. So I think this one. And I haven't even picked out any kind of text for this either. I just kind of came on here blind. Oot. Oh, and the last couple of weeks have been, I guess it's springtime. I've never had seasonal allergies, but this year my eyes have been dry and itchy, and yeah, so unpleasant. I don't know how people do it who get that stuff all the time, Oh, I do like that. I think I'm going to tuck it right into the corner there. Oh, my daughter's dog is just barking up a storm. A storm. He has major separation anxiety. He's old though. Like for a terrier, he's 13 years old, 14 years old, and almost blind. But that's the only thing he does wrong right now is barks when she goes. And it's understandable. Okay, what other parts do we need to take care of here and here? I don't like that sticking out there. I still like this sky though. There's some part of me that really kind of likes that. So I think what I'm going to do is do a tear. Don't tear too much, Janet. You know how that works. Oh God, that's going to be a forever chant for me as long as I'm doing this kind of collaging or glue booking. Don't tear too much. I just have a streak. In case you're new to my channel, I have a streak I have to maintain. I have my own best averages for cutting too much or taking off too much or tearing too much. Yes, I do. I really, really do. Okay, so we're at this point right here. Okay, so that comes down to here. So let's get you stuck down. Oh, I love this once I can get going on it. It's kind of like if that kind of thing doesn't happen to you, then I can kind of compare it to where you walk into your junk space, whether that's the garage or if you in fact are the type of person to have a junk space, but you walk into, that space and you look around, you go, okay, I'm going to clean that up today, and you sort of give it a start. And then once you get sort of cruising, you get some done, and then you just you're done. It's almost like you can't do another thing, and you just, yeah, that's the dysfunction part. You kind of sit down and then you're surrounded by all these doom piles of stuff that are, you need to put away, but okay, so what do I have to go down the middle? That's interesting. I could put an actual sky. I don't know. I'm confused on this one, friends. I really am. I don't know what. Oh, maybe we can put whatever the phrase is. So let's look at phrases, shall we? I showed you their new home, didn't I? See this nice big drawer? I'll tell you, the dollar store is an amazing place. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so what you see is what you'll get. A snip of beauty. Oh, I kind of like that. A dangerous place. The realm of a giant. So much text here. Keep your text, folks. Don't forget, every title and so on in magazines can be saved for text, and you might think you'll never use it, but it can be chopped apart, and I'll tell you what, I can't tell you how many times I've had fun making an addition to something I'm making, like one of the folios or something, and I add what looks like a little letter with the cutout letters like kidnappers do, and it looks so, like, in some things it just, yeah, keep all your text. That's what I'm getting at. Oh, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that I like that one. I'm not going to find one I like better. Love and laughter. Well, that could be. Let's see. See, long ones are hard to come by in magazines, you know. Bright in the day. Now, can that go along with nighttime skies? Not really, eh? Not really. Okay. Snippet, a snippet, a snip of beauty. Ooh, I really like that. I'm sorry, folks, but I really like that. And this is going to require my paper cutter because my eyes are not that straight. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see if we can do this. Let's take the top off first. Okay, so. Oh, wasn't enough. I might have to do that one with scissors, because, yeah. Okay, so. Oh, that one worked out well. Okay. I need to order a new blade for that, too, from Amazon. I love that cutter. It's older, but oh my goodness. Love it. You get used to something you use, you know what I mean? You get used to it. It's like the quirks your car has, or your sewing machine, or, you know, your computer, right? There are quirks in all these things that we use. Okay. That's probably way off, but I'll cut some from this side too. Alright, so. Oh, look at how off that is. I told ya. I claim vision issues. That's part of, I gotta say, and this is not a thing for like sympathy or anything. It's something I've been dealing with for a dozen years. But when I lack motivation to get on and make a video or do something creative, I try and remember. Oh, and it sounds so depressing, and I don't mean it to be that way at all. But I do try and remember that I don't know how long I've got with my vision, right? And really, that's the same as anybody. And then I remember back when I was, I don't know, 22 or 23, and my mother had opened a children's clothing store in one of the malls where we lived in northern Canada. And I walked, they were renovating it or just building it or whatever they do in malls when they open a brand new store. And I walked straight into a glass shelf, the corner of a glass shelf. Now, that didn't affect my vision now, but what it did do is made me realize that like I could have lost it any time across all these years. So I think I just need to keep in mind that it's a gift and I appreciate it, and I'm going to use it for as long as I can, you know. I've seen some, you would not believe if you've not seen them. I've seen some amazing artists that actually are blind, like blind from birth with no vision at all, that do the most amazing art. Like just because someone, you know, helps them to feel the different colors, like I don't know how it works, but okay, folks. What do we think about a snip of beauty for tonight's sort of pink and blue Friday Gluebook page? I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I really do. And I'm going to try to be back more often. You guys take care.